I raised my gun, aiming at the squirrel in front of me, but I didn't pull the trigger. My behavior caught a dog's attention. It thought maybe I was a kind owner, so it started following me. When we reached the river, I waved and called the dog over. That was the start of our friendship. When I took it home, I left it outside and explained the dog to my parents, but they didn't agree to let me keep it. I sadly watched the dog, and it was lying there weakly. The next day, Dad noticed that the dog belonged to a hunter, so he drove me to return it. But when I handed the dog back to the hunter, he kicked it without hesitation and said he was going to turn it into a hot dog. I was furious, but I couldn't do anything. The next day, the hunter came out with the dog, and he kicked it again. This time, the dog ran away fast. The hunter raised his gun and fired, but luckily he missed. With no other choice, the dog ran back to my house and begged me for help. So I placed it in an old broken house, and every day I would share my lunch with it. That night, the dog missed me so much, it secretly snuck into my house and ran to my bed and licked me. But at the moment the hunter came to my house, he suspected the dog was at my house. I couldn't bring myself to lie. With no choice, I had to take the dog back to him. That night I missed my dog so much that I couldn't sleep. So the next morning I went to see him and told the hunter I wanted to buy the dog. He demanded I work for him for 5 days. I agreed. So the next few days, I fixed his ladder, helped clean up, and worked hard for 5 straight days. But when it was over, he went back on his word. I confronted him angrily. I even grabbed him from behind and shouted for the dog to run, but he knocked me to the ground. Just then my dad showed up and knocked him down, but the dog still belonged to him. Dad didn't dare do more. We could only watch the hunter drag the dog away. I stood there heartbroken, while the dog looked back at me, with the same sadness in its eyes. But then something unexpected happened. The hunter's car suddenly stopped. It seemed he was touched somehow. Then he let the dog out. Just like that, I got to stay with the dog forever. So do you treat your dog well? Please comment.